Happy 2020, everybody. Happy New Year. Hope your year has started off with a bang, full of motivation and excitement. This is our first video of the decade, I guess. And I want to start by saying thank you for all the love on the last video, my 100-mile training week. A lot of amazing supportive comments, a lot of people taking the challenge on for themselves this year, which is really cool. And it seems YouTube finally sent one of my videos to all the subscribers. Kim and I are currently out on Tiger Mountain doing some scouting for some course adjustments for this year's Tiger Claw. And I thought, perfect opportunity to fulfill our annual tradition of our 2020 goals video. The first video of every year, in this case, first video of the decade, I like to establish goals for the coming year, put them out there to the public so I can keep myself accountable, you can keep me accountable, and we can all keep each other accountable. So first I'll go over all of our goals from 2019, see what we accomplished, what we needed to work on, and then we will go over our goals for 2020. But first, how about the snow? It's kind of scrappy out here. Lots of snow. We chose the perfect day. It's nice and sunny, and most of the snowpack sort of melted away from the last system that moved through. So let's get some fun miles, and what do you say? Oh. All right, let's start by going over 2019's goals and how they turned out. Goal number one was to race more, and I started the year off great. Ran a lot of local races, shorter distances, and had a lot of fun doing it. And I just sort of tapered off towards the end of the year. I'll give myself some half bonus points for racing more than the year before. There's always room to improve and fun to be had. Goal number two was to run an unsanctioned ultra. I'll kind of chalk that up to my 100-mile week. It's just a lot of distance. And technically I didn't finish the Headlands 100, so I got 62.3 miles with a DNF. So kind of unsanctioned, it doesn't count. I think we're gonna add this trail to the race that we're about to run. I'm kind of excited about it. Goal number three was a 100-mile week. As I just mentioned, I did it. I made a movie about it. Everything's good. I'm so excited to have marked that one off finally. After like 5 or 6 years of waiting and trying and hoping, at the end of 2019, I just said, F it, let's do it, and I did. Woo! Goal number four was weekly videos. I just wanted to be really consistent with the weekly videos, and I was very consistent. I might have only missed 1 or 2 weeks total. It's a lot of content, so I'm really happy with the amount that we produced last year. Check, thumbs up, smile emoji. Goal number five was to produce more running films. So I'm gonna give myself half credit for this because I did film a lot. So in the pipeline, the movies are yet to come, but I did not complete many in the film range last year. So I'm excited about what's to come, but many of you haven't seen any of that yet. I'll give myself half credit. Goal number six, new album. As you know, success. So excited to have released a new album last year, Deceptions of Light and Shadow. Reached #1 on iTunes for weeks. Blown away. People were really receptive to it. I create all the music for my films and movies, and the albums are sort of a byproduct of that. Woo! And the last two goals for 2019 were my personal goals. Goal number 7, disconnect. We did a decent job of this. Better, ooh, spicy. There are some trees blocking our path. So this is new. Oh. Nice job.
We did it.
Yeah. Okay, goal number 7 was disconnect more. We did a better job in 2019 than we did in 2018. There's always room for improvement. I just feel like social media is a great way of luring you in even while you're taking a break. You'll probably see this make an appearance this year on the goal list too. And finally, goal number 8 was to lift you up and really support the community in new and innovative ways. And I think this can always be improved upon. We obviously love supporting, pacing, crewing. We had GR crew at Javelina, Squamish, Bandera. We really just want to empower and embolden you in your goals and aspirations for the year. God, this really is beautiful. So overall, I am super pleased with 2019. I wasn't at first, as I mentioned in my 100-mile week training video, but now with some reflection, I'm like really happy with how last year went. All right, so now for 2020 goals. And as in years previous, I like to divide this up into 3 different categories: running goals, professional goals, and personal goals. So starting with running goals, goal number 1, race more. Said the same thing last year. I think I can improve upon it. I want to pick more shorter distance, faster races because I really want to get faster. As I have gotten older and more comfortable in my own pacing, especially on trails. I think I've gotten a little lazy, and I'd like to try to pick up the pace. So I have some ideas of things I can do to work on that this year. Let's execute. Goal number 2, finish a 100-mile race. Started one last year, 62.3 miles, and that was it. I was trained, I was ready, but not mentally there. I think this is the year I changed that. A little bit of revenge, mostly excitement to take on the challenge again. Let's do this. What do you think? Add this trail to Tiger Claw?
Yes. Oh boy.
Goal number 3, a BIB-LESS project. So this idea sort of stems from my recent conversation with Ricky Gates. It also comes from a couple years ago when I did the 100K, essentially an unsanctioned ultra, but I'm not putting a limit on the distance or an expectation on the distance. I want to do more BIB-LESS projects, picking a cool line, picking a cool location, doing something running related with that, most likely documenting it and sharing it. So this one I'm pretty excited about because it really leaves the opportunity wide open for me to get creative. That's where my brain excels. Okay, now moving into career-oriented goals, weekly videos, same as last year, but keeping the consistency on point. And we have some ideas for this year and some strategies moving forward. Ooh. One thing that's really cool is we're working with our good friend Ryan Thrower on creating and editing new videos too. So we're adding to the Ginger Runner team, and that makes us both excited, right, Kim? 2 running documentaries about other runners or other subject matter. They don't have to be long, but I really would like to start telling stories again. It's been a few years, and I filmed a lot last year. I have stories to tell, already ready to go. There's just some additional elements that might take some time to collect. But this is something I want to get back to because it's something I truly enjoy doing. More documentary style projects. Goal number 6 is projects beyond the channel. So thinking outside of the YouTube algorithm, view counts, subscriber counts. We did this big last year unexpectedly with Tiger Claw. Huge success. And I want to continue that into this year, 2020. So Tiger Claw, GRGR. I want to continue to produce projects that go beyond just creating videos for YouTube. I don't know, the possibilities are endless. And I think this is the year where I really start to explore that. I get really excited about it. All right, so the final 2 goals of 2020 are personal goals. Goal number 7, find a creative source of fuel and inspiration outside of running. I touched on this ever so slightly in last year's goal video. Constantly creating and digging into your well of creative impulses can really drain you out. And I think over the last few years, I've sort of had this creative block. So this will be a fun goal to sort of explore. It's much more personal, internal, reflective. But what I hope is that by going through this process, maybe I'll be able to create more cool things that you can enjoy. So that'll be an interesting one to sort of report back on next year. And the final goal for 2020, goal number 8, empower you. Similar goal to last year, but I want to create opportunities for you to prove to yourself that you are strong, you are capable, you are awesome. Starting with Tiger Claw, perfect example, GRGR, Gingermas, and this really stems from doing that 100-mile training week and seeing so many people want to do it themselves. It was such a cool thing to see. It just gave me so much joy. And I think it would be a really cool thing to do for this year is just continue to see and support as many of you as possible doing the cool things that you want to do. So in the comments of this video, what are those things? What can we do to help empower you with your goals, your passions, whatever it might be? This is a great space to sort of report on that, come back, and keep yourself in check all year. Oh, I love creating goals for myself every year. One of my favorite things. Nice job. What do you think, adding the trails?
Oh my God.
So it's just kind of a sneak peek at what we have in store for the new Tiger Claw in 2020. We're only adding a couple of miles, but we are adding hundreds of more feet of gain. We wanted to increase the beauty, increase the challenge, increase the fun. I think we're doing it. Let's get to some more running. Okay, so that wraps up this 2020 goals video. Thank you so much for watching, subscribing, supporting. We appreciate all of you. If you haven't already, consider supporting on Patreon. It really is why we're really able to do this full time. On behalf of Kim and myself, thank you for watching. 2020 is here, a new decade full of fun goals for all of us. Let's start crushing them today. So get out there, train hard, race harder, party the hardest. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.